friends, let's just start with our next unit, that is unit number 7, statistics and probability. So today we are going to start with our chapter number 15, probability. Right, so we have also discussed a little bit about this probability, what is the probability, and what are the different questions we can experience in this particular chapter in the 9th standard too. If you are new to our platform, please go and subscribe and go through our website, and in case of any queries and doubts, you can just feel free to comment down, and you will be getting the PDF notes there too. So you can just look at there, and you can also have a look on the 9th class sessions. So let's just start with our chapter number 15, that is probability. Right, so first question which comes to our mind when we study a particular chapter is what is that chapter means. Okay, so probability is, what do you mean by probability, is basically a chance, or you can say maybe or maybe not. In layman's language, we can say that a probability means शायद ये हो सकता है और शायद ये नहीं भी हो सकता. That is what we called as the probability. Okay, so basically if there is a chances of getting something done, then probability is like how many chances are there, how many percent of chances are there, what is the fraction of chances. Okay, so it means कितनी उम्मीद है किसी काम के होने की, या वो काम होगा या नहीं होगा, और अगर होगा तो कितना होगा. दैट इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल्ड एज द प्रोबेबिलिटी. Right, so moving ahead with the theoretical part, that what is a experiment and the theoretical probability. So let's just look here. Experimental probability is found out by repeating the experiments. Okay, so when you have to know that whether something will happen or not, then you have to perform certain experiments to know whether it will happen or not. Like in science you can see, like when we study science, okay, so there are certain questions that came to our mind. So there are certain questions like whether it will be done or it won't be done, right? So when you have to confirm this, that whether it will be done or it won't be done, what you will do, you will just go into the lab and you will perform the experiments. Similarly in the mathematics, when you have to know that whether something can be done or something can't be done, you have to perform the experiment. That is what we called as the experimental probability. For example, a coin is tossed 10 times. So after 10 times, when you just toss the coins, you were recording that how many times you came across the head and how many times you came across the tail. That is the experimental probability. Now going to the theoretical probability is basically when we just go towards the theoretical part, we don't know that how many times exactly would head appear and how many times exactly would tail appears. So it is basically maybe this is the chance, maybe 50% will be head and 50% will be tail. Okay, so when like certain, like there are certain things, like for example the weather report says that it will be raining, it may be raining, so you are not sure that it will be raining or it will be not, unless you will perform it or unless you will be like very sure. So if you are not sure, what you will do is you will say that there are 50% of the chances of raining and there are 50% of chances of not raining. You can also, like when you just perform the experiment in the science labs, okay, so you will just say like you are doing certain chemicals, you are performing them, so you will say that it will like some smoke will come out after performing this, but you are not sure. So when you will just perform that particular thing, then it will be your experimental probability. But when you don't perform it, then what will you say? You will say that either the smoke will come or there will be no smoke. That means there will be 50% chances of smoke and there will be 50% of chances of no smoke. Okay, so this is what we called as the theoretical probability, where we are not sure because we have not performed that particular thing, but we are just expecting that this particular thing will be happened these times and this particular thing will be happened in this times, right? This is what we called as the experimental and the theoretical probability. I hope that is very much clear to you what is experimental and theoretical probability. Moving ahead with the probability line. Okay, so in the earlier classes you've studied about the number line, about the various numbers. So probability line is not actually something, it is not actually something, this is just the representation. That is why they have just expressed like this, right? So first of all, go ahead. So there are certain events. So basically there are two events which are more important in this probability line. First is impossible event, and the another is certain event. Okay, so what is this impossible and certain event? As the name suggests, for example, something is impossible, like like in chemistry lab there are iron, right? You know that you can't cut the iron. Okay, you can't cut the iron with the knife, so it means cutting the iron with the help of knife has impossible chances. You can't cut the iron with the knife, this is a fact. Okay, so let's just move to the simpler example. For example, there is a certain thing that sun always rises in the east. Okay, so if we say that sun rises in the west, you know that it can't happen that sun rises in the west. You know that sun always rises in the east. So anything can be changed, but sun rising can't be changed. It means it is an impossible event. The probability, if something can't be happen, in spite of how many times you try, you know that how many times you can just try, you know that sun can't rise from the west, right? So it is just impossible. That is why the probability of that particular event, it comes out to be 0. And now the another thing, we say that sun rises in the east. This is true. The sun always rises from the east. So this is a certain event. It always rises in the east. So this chance has the probability 1, because the probability never exceeds more than 1. The 1 is the largest probability. Okay, so there are certain things in between them. These are likely event, unlikely event, and equally likely event. So you have to study about this equally likely event. Equally likely event means like something will be done 50-50, which has a 50% chances. Okay, so when you toss the coin, okay, like you are not experimentally doing it, you are just doing it theoretically. That head, either it be head or tail, so there are 50% chances of head and 50% of chances of tail. So in that particular case, we'll say that there are equally likely event for head and equally likely event for tails, right? This is what we called as these events. So here I've just prepared a certain thing about this equally likely outcomes and about a complementary event. This is something new, so let's go through that. Equally likely outcomes, they have basically the same probability. Okay, so we have taken the example of this coin in like class 9th. I've told you about the dice. Okay, so that 6, when we just roll the dice, for example 5 come, the probability of coming 5 is 1 by 6. Similarly, probability of finding 4 is 1 by 6, probability of finding 6 by 6 is 1 by 6. So probability of finding any number from the dice after rolling is always 1 by 6. So it means since they have all the probabilities equal, it means that they have equally likely outcomes. I hope that is clear to you what is equally likely events. Now moving ahead with the next term, that is complementary event. Okay, so like that what is complementary? Basically the sum of the probabilities, or we can say the outcomes, is always equals to 1. For example, like I'm tossing a coin, right? When I toss a coin, there will be 50% chances of getting head and there will be 50% chances of getting tail. So there are two assumptions we have made, that half chances can be of head and half of the chances can be of tail. So when we will just add both of them, we will be getting 1. It shows that the sum of the probabilities of a particular event is always 1. So this is the first example. If I'm taking the another example of the dice, so I told you that all like probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 2 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 3 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 4 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 5 is 1 by 6, and probability of getting 6 is also 1 by 6. So when we will just add all these outcomes, we'll just add 1 by 6 times. After taking out the LCM, we'll be getting 6 by 6, that is equals to 1. Not only in these cases, but in all the cases you will be getting this particular, the sum of probabilities will always be equals to 1, always, of the particular event. So basically there are this complementary and complementary events. So for example, this is the probability of getting heads. So complementary means probability of not getting heads. This is what we call as the complementary. They are not saying that probability of getting tail. They are saying that basically the complementary is basically the probability of not getting head. Either we are getting head or we are getting tail, but they are saying that complementary means the probability of not getting head, right? This is what we called as the complementary events. Okay, so this is what we called as equally likely events, which we called as the complementary events. Okay, so moving ahead with the another last thing that we have to study here. So this is the sample space pairing. I have given you a glimpse of what is sample space in class 9 standard lessons. If you people have not go through it, please go through it. It also contains some other major informations like about cards, about the about the signs of the cards. I've also explained certain things like all about the cards, like what you have to do while solving questions. So you have to go through it and you will be getting certain informations there. So next is your sample space. So it is basically the set of all the possible outcomes that you will witness in a experiment. Okay, so I told you about this when we just toss two coins. I also told you about the three coins tossing. So when you toss the two coins, the basically the number of outcomes is 2 raised to the power a. These are the number of outcomes in a sample space. So when you just toss a coin two times and the number of coins are 2, so it will be 2 raised to the power 2, that will be 4. So you have to write h and t 4 times. You will be write like this, then you will just this is right, you are writing it like 2 times h 2 times t. Now you will just write it 1 time h 1 time t, alternate, and this will be came out to be your total number of outcomes. I'm also explaining for 3 coins. You will be explaining, you will be learn it better from this. So since there are 3 coins, the number of outcomes will be 8. So since the number of outcomes are 8, you have to draw h and t like this, like divide the h and t in 8. So there will be 4h. Write the 4h first and then write the other t like this. Okay, you have to write like this. Since there are 8, you have to divide them between h and t. There will be 4h and 4t. Just write 4h continuously, then write 4t continuously. Since there are 4 of them, now you have to write half of them. So you will write 2h 2t, 2h 2t. This is the method. Now this is 2. Now take the half of them, ht 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 ht, and you will be getting all the possible outcomes when you will just toss 3 coins, right? This is what we called as the sample space pairing. Okay, this is about the theoretical part of the probability. So now moving ahead with certain numericals. Okay, so our first numerical is like two customers, Sham and Ekta, are visiting a particular shop in the same week, Tuesday to Saturday. Okay, so each is equally likely to visit the shop on any day as on another day. What is the probability that they will visit the same shop? They have the equally likely probability, and the total Tuesday to Saturday. How many days are there? There are total 5 days. Now you know that Sham can go to these 5 days, and Ekta can also go on these 5 days, right? So the total outcomes will obviously be 5 raised multiplied by 5, that will be 25, because Sham can go in 5 days and Ekta can go in 5 days. So first our first part is they both go on the same day. So first of all, when they will go on the same day, This will be the sequence: Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, and Saturday, Saturday. This will be the sequence, right? Now, since they both go on the same day, what will be the probability? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and total outcomes are 25. So obviously the probability comes out to be 1 by 5. Now the second part is consecutive days. So we will write the probability of getting the consecutive days. So consecutive means Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, and Friday, Saturday. Not more than that, because they just can't go like other than, okay. And they can also go like this, like Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Wednesday, like just the opposite. Like Sham can also go on Thursday, right? These are the probabilities. So there are total 8 probabilities and the number of outcomes are 25. So this will be the answer. Okay, so both will be reached will be 1 by 5 and different days will be like. So since I told you about the complement, the third part is different days. We know that sum of the probability is 1. They both go on the same day as 1 by 5. So they both go on the different day will be 1 minus 1 by 5, that comes out to be 4 by 5. I hope that's clear to you how you can just solve out the questions. You have to find out the total outcomes, and depending upon the question part you have to make how many outcomes can be there. Okay. Moving ahead with the next question. This is the last question for the probability. A bag contain lemon flavor candies only. Malini take out one candy without looking into a bag. So basically there are lemon colored candies only. So Malini they take out one candy without looking. What is the probability that orange colored candy is there? So since it is already mentioned that bag has only lemon flavored candies, right? So it means the probability of getting orange is 0, and we will call it as impossible event. Okay. Now a lemon color probability of getting a lemon color candy will be 1, because why? It is a certain event, since the bag contain only lemon flavor. So every time you will just pick without seeing whatever is it in the bag, it will came out to be lemon only, right? So this is your question. Next question is, it is given that in a group of 3 students the probability of 2 students not having the same birthday is 0.992. What is the probability that 2 students will have the same birthday? Okay, so probability of having not having same birthday is 0.992. So probability of having same birthday will be complementary, of course, so it will be 1 minus 0.992, which comes out to be 1, 10 minus 2, 8, 9 minus 9, 0, 0, like this. Something like this will came out to be the answer. These are the easier questions. These questions are not only based on the probability, they're also based on the events we have studied in the theory, like impossible, certain, complementary. They all three of them are certain type of events, right? A bag contains 3 red balls. So number of red balls are 3 and number of black balls are 5. A ball is drawn random from the bag. What is the probability that it will be red? So total probability will came out to be 8, because it is 5 plus 3, right? So the probability of having red ball will be 3 by 8. Probability of not getting red ball will be 1 minus 3 by 8, that is complementary, which comes out to be 5 by 8. Okay. Moving ahead with the next one. A bag contains 5 red marbles, white marbles 8, green marbles 4. One marble is taken out. Basically total number of outcomes will be 8 plus 4, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 8, 17, right? So one marble is taken out random. These we have to find out the probability of getting red, white, and not green. So red will be 5 by 17, white will be 8 by 17, and green will be 4 by 17. We have to find out the probability of not getting green. So we'll just subtract 4 by 17 from 1. So we will be getting like 13 by 17 as the answer. I hope that is clear to you. Basically these questions are based on probability, but these questions are more based on the events you have studied, like impossible event, equally likely event, in the like certain events, impossible events, their probabilities. In this also you have studied like about complementary, right? So this is we have studied in this chapter probability. So here, like always, I am just writing out the summary of this chapter. Probability, right? So let's begin with this. Our first is basically probability. I'm writing in the simpler language, maybe or maybe not. There is no use of using definitions if someone is not understanding that particular thing. Okay, that is why I'm writing in the layman's language, so that you can just understand what is probability in a simpler language. Certain types are there, that is why I'm just writing out the types. Okay, our first is impossible event with the probability equals to 0. P stands for probability here. Second is your certain events where P is equals to 1. Right. Next is like equally likely events where P are same in all the cases. In all the cases. And the last we are left with is complementary events. That is PA plus P not A. We can say it as P dash A is equals to 1. Where we can just say like P dash A will be somehow equals to 1 minus PA. That is what we called as the complementary events. I hope that's clear to you. What is probability? What are the different types of events we have used in the probability? How to solve the questions in the probability? This is about the probability, and this is basically the last unit is always the very easiest in mathematics, that is statistic and probability. So this is all about probability. You can just try out the another questions from the NCERT, and I hope that you will be able to solve out the questions because they are very easy. But since in any case if you are not able to solve them out, you can just comment down okay below the video, and me and my team will be definitely there to help you people. So I hope you can just easily solve out the questions. If not, just go through our website and you can just comment there. So thank you for watching. Have a very lovely day ahead. Thank you.